Show. I'm your host, everybody. All right, last week we was at Dover, and congratulations to Dylan to 7 laps tonight. All right, it's crunch time for the hunt for the final 3 spots of the playoffs. What do you see someone doing? All right, here's your stage 1 winner: Hangover, Dylan, Tar Heel, Simon, Clemson, Bruce, Bulldog, Tim, and Jaguar. Stage 2 was Hangover, Simon, Dylan, Tar Heel, Clemson, Bruce, Bulldog, Tim, and Jaguar. Dylan got the victory at Dover. Hangover finishing second, Simon finishing third, Tar Heel finishing fourth, Clemson finishing fifth, Bruce sixth, Bulldog seventh, 8th, 10th, and Jaguar 9th. Your playoff standings as we go into tonight is Dylan, Hangover, Simon, Tar Heel, Clemson, and Jaguar. Jaguar, to me, has to pull out a rabbit. He's real confident going into Texas, but due to the engine issue that he had last week, you see that playing a factor into tonight. Do you think that 19 car is finally? Do you think the 19 could bounce back and get himself locked into the Final Four? Oh yeah, the next race. Well, I mean, yeah. Tonight, the second race of the playoffs to the road to the Final Four of the championship, which will be held at Phoenix, which will be at 5 o'clock in 2 weeks from now, and 3 weeks from now, which is going to be an interesting scenario on who advances to the next round. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios that could happen into tonight's race right here. It's 167 laps, and last time we was here at Texas, we knew who the top 4 were going to. We knew who the top 4 was right there, and we know Hangover's got the speed. We know Simon's got the speed. We know Jaguar's got the speed, and we know Tar Heel's got speed. And going back, the real key factor for tonight's race is watching Jaguar and Hangover right here. I mean, that's your 2 main threats going into tonight, due to the fact is Jaguar is hungry. Hopefully he's got that shenanigans fixed from last Sunday night, and he did say that yes, he's got it all figured out. They got better internet now, so that's a good thing. Which is going to be a key factor. And Hangover still looking for that 10th win, but the main threat, you got to look at the last 2 people that's not in the spot of the Final Four. You got Clemson and Jaguar, and they could be a different a different outcome coming into tonight, and we don't know what could happen. But, Well, yeah. I mean, it's all about how bad do you want it. I mean, how hard are you going to push that? How hard are you going to push it tonight? Because there's different scenarios in this race right here. The track's going to be slick tonight. I mean, there's going to be multiple grooves tonight. We'll pull this off right here. That's the number 18 Toyota right here. It's his second race of the season with us. his second race with us. I see that 18 being a spoiler alert for the playoff drivers right here. And, I mean, that would change everything right there if a non-playoff driver wins tonight. Now, if a non-playoff driver wins tonight, that's going to shake up everything in the playoffs right there. We know Jaguar's strong at Vegas because he did win the first Vegas race, and that was a night race. And it is coming down to where who your dancing partner is going to be. Who's the one that you're going to stay behind until that last lap right there. I mean, anything can happen. And, I mean, it's going to be a nail-biter tonight for the bottom two right there. Because, I mean, right now you got 3 Chevys and a Toyota. We know Dylan's already going into the Final Four because of that win at Dover. But 3 Chevys, I mean, you can't count none of the Chevys going into the Final Four. I believe there's going to be 2 Toyotas and 2 Chevys fighting for the Final Four. And I feel sorry for the Ford drivers right now. The Fords are not. We have not won any races so far this year, and I feel bad for the Fords. And it's nothing against the Ford drivers. I believe the Chevys and the Toyotas have got that car figured out now. So, all right, Bruce. If you're one of the top 3 drivers that are right there in the mix of trying to get into the Final Four, would you be playing smart or would you be somewhat of aggressive going into tonight's race? Exactly. I mean, looking at it, I don't think the top 3 is going to be that aggressive from second down to fourth. Yeah, I believe it's going to be the other drivers that's going to come out being aggressive in the first 2 stages and then laying it out on the line. It's like, okay, put it back. I'm throwing a Hail Mary, and let's see what happens right here.
Now leave the stuff alone.
But I mean, the driver I see making the big progress, and I keep bringing this driver up right here, is the 19. The 19 has to come out with full steam ahead. Leave it alone. Let's see. Let's pull out the trusty calculator and look at the point scenario with this right here. Let's see. Two minus 342. Oh, 43. All right. From second to where Jaguar's at, he's only 19 points out. That means two stage wins, which would be 20 points right there. Or a win, which will automatically put him in the playoffs. Clemson Friday. And he said he has a decent Ford going into tonight, but he said his main threat is that 19. I mean, he's running the 22s was running some speed times that were slower than what everybody else was running. And he's like, I want to go out there and do what the 19 is going to do. Try to outsmart everybody. You got to remember, there's only one driver that can outsmart somebody, and that is the 19, because this is a fuel mileage race right here. We know what Jaguar is going to be doing. He knows about the fuel mileage races right here. He thrives on these fuel mileage races right here. The last 4 races that he has won came on fuel mileage. And it's like everybody is finally seeing what the Jaguar is doing. And it's like, okay, how come he's always here at the end and we're still trying to figure out fuel strategy? Well, it's a chess match right here. You have to outsmart the opponent in chess or checkers. I mean, that's literally what you have to do, is outsmart the competition right here. Oh, Bulldog's in the house. Good morning, Bulldog. Alrighty. Alright, Bulldog. This is a question that I've asked Bruce. Who's the main threat going into tonight's race?
Bring it here. Bring it here.
What's that?
Bring it here. Hand me that.
I mean, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, the 5 car is racing. He's had some heck of a races, but he's lost some races too.
This yours?
I mean,
I'll leave it alone.
I tell you, that 20 car, that 11 car, I mean, that 11 car is doing some good. You had some good speed too. I mean, you got speed. So, all right, Bruce. This is a question I want to ask you. How do you feel? What are you looking at these next 3 races? Right, I'm putting you on the spot. I mean, yes, you're not in the contention for the play. You're in the position of the championship. But what have you learned so far with these new cars right here? Well, how do you feel about going into the truck season next season? I mean, are you worried about the trucks, or are you feeling confident going into the new season in the truck series? All right, but how's your season compared? This is your first full-time season in the American-Canadian League. How's your season going compared to everybody else? Your season's been up and down. You've had a lot of mediocre races that you could have been up front, and your race strategy didn't work out. But overall, how's your season been going into? I mean, you're not in the playoffs. You missed it by 2 points, and it was like, wow, Bulldog didn't get into the playoffs, but you're still having fun. But how's your season being with all the expectations that you have set for yourself this year? Exactly. All right. Are you looking forward to going into the truck season after this season? Well, I mean, yes, I am the driver of the number 19, but I'm also the host, so I can't speak for Jaguar when I'm in the pre-race show, but I can actually say, yeah, the season has been great for the 19. Yeah, we've had our ups and downs with engine blows and not finishing the race how we wanted it to happen, but I can't complain with 7 race wins. But it's also, I know it's time to bust some butt and ask questions later because, oh man, playoffs, it changes drivers, and when you're in that playoff form right there, you have to be consistent. And I've not been in that consistent mode since Martinsville, because I mean Martinsville was a heck of a good race for us, but other than that, it should have been a 2 out of 3 sweep right there. But oh well, I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. It was I mean, this season has been my career best right here with 7 race wins so far this season, and I can't complain. If we make it to the Final Four, that's great. If we don't, we know what we got to work on next season. But that being said and done, guys, it is time for Racking and Stacking, where we pick Stage 1, Stage 2 overall race win tonight. And, Bulldog, since you was the last one to come into the show, who's your Stage 1, Stage 2 overall race win tonight? All right, who's your... Ooh, a spoiler alert right there. All right, Bruce, Stage 1, Stage 2 overall race win tonight. Oh, man, he is giving it to the 19 tonight. The 19 is going to come out to advance to the Final Four. All righty. I'm going to change something up right here. I got Tim winning Stage 1. But I hate to go do this. I got 19 and the 19 winning Stage 2 overall race win tonight. It's nothing against anybody else. It's just I believe the 19 is going to come out answering just taking names, ask questions later right here, because he's got 2 drivers ahead of him that he needs to focus on. Clemson and Tar Heel. He ain't worried about the other. He ain't worried about the other 2. He's wanting to bounce back. Yeah. But overall, I do see Tar Heel trying to be a little aggressive tonight. I mean, we all know everybody's going to be coming out to being aggressive, but it's going to be a heck of a race tonight. And I do see that 19 pulling it out tonight. Yes, you would. I mean, with me having good internet, I don't want to take a chance of lagging tonight. So, but guys, a big shout out to everybody. Big shout out to a good group of, let me pull up the winning big. A big shout out to them guys right there for making for having some great diecasts. You can find them on Facebook. It's called The Winning Bid. NASCAR diecast sales and card breaks. Check them out on Facebook. If you love buying diecast cars, check these guys out on Facebook. They're great. He's great. His name is Blair. He's a heck of a good guy to buy diecast from. So if you get a chance, check him out on Facebook. And man, it feels great to be back in the great state of Georgia.
You got something come up on the other side. I can't get to it.
That's right. Please call y'all's lawns tonight and have fun. This is all what we're about to have. We're all about having fun. A big shout out to Crystal and Ryan. A big shout out to all to the admins and the owners.
Leave that table alone.
Without this, we would not have a league on Sunday nights. But next week we go to Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. All right, I can't do no more Elvis impressions.
See?
But yeah, so I will thank y'all for all y'all for showing up. If y'all are looking for a lead to join, please hit Ryan up, myself up, Hangover up. We're always looking for some new drivers. Shoot, if you like the video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that little bell on the right hand side. Let everybody know that when I go live on Sundays at 10:30s or whenever I can, if I ain't busy, I will always make sure I do my pre-race shows. But other than that, we will be back next week at Vegas in the great city of Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's going to be 80-something degrees out there. I'm ready to bring in some suntan lotion. I'm ready to go get cooked like a red lobster. I'm ready to have a cookout in Vegas next Sunday night, y'all. Then after that, we will be at Phoenix International, where we will be bringing the sunscreen lotion again, because it's going to be 90 degrees out that way again. But we will see y'all next week. Big shout out to all y'all guys showing up for this pre-race show. I couldn't do it without all of y'all. And until then, we will be back next Sunday morning. Until then, have a great week.